online esports betting. Dota, CSGO, Overwatch, Hearthstone, and many more. Bet on tournament matches or in-game events while viewing them live. Deposit using money, bitcoins, or even skins. Join LootBet now. Use the code you see here when you deposit and grab your bonus.
And so we go onto our map number 2. It's the final one for today. It's going to be S5 Absolute and Recca finishing off our Monday, as this is the best of 2 between an Indonesian team and a Japanese team. S5 Absolute have actually achieved the 15-2 lead back on Cash, which was, by the way, the pick of the opponent. And then suddenly they struggled. They couldn't really find the way back into it, and at the end, 16-11 was the finish, as Recca nearly made it possible to go in at overtime. Right now, we're going to watch, first of all, Mirage. The knife round is going to be live already, and with that live knife round, we're going directly in. And you're going to watch the final map of today. Let's see, S5 Absolute picking up the double, or will it be a tie? And so it will be Ivoire and the team deciding to play on the CT site. S5 Absolute. And as said, question is, will they be able to pick that up right now? Bring it home? Or is it going to be Recca actually securing themselves at least 1 point in the group stage right here? I'm not 100% aware if that is the case. So, there's 1 minute 15 is left on the clock. It's going to be still no aggression coming in from S5 Absolute. There it goes, first one to come in. Crow hits Anwar. SYS taken out in the end. And with that being said, Barca tapping away Rousseau, Frost, Misty, as well as Asterisk. Both of them pretty much running out of options. The bomb's still not on site, so they could technically deny it. Questions, will they do so? Or will they just fall short during the process? Asterisk finds the last. The bomb is still going to be planted. No denial. It is onto Asterisk. Oh, that jump shot could have nearly worked. Now he needs to play around. He does make that work. And as there is 1 low HP player back on the site, the denial of the plant. You hit those shots. Oh, 36-22, he denies it! That was way too tight once more, but S5 Absolute, they're able to pick up the first, barely, but they do. If I would switch my sexuality for Device, no. I actually find Device a good-looking man, but overrated. And thank you, Bill. I haven't heard that compliment once in my life, but I'm taking that. Either way, S5 Absolute, as they got themselves the plant, economically they have benefited from them just a bit. Frost, Misty going for the UMP though, which is a bit of a surprise, I would say. SYS. It's going to take that height advantage and try to find anything at the moment. I said absolute though. Patience seems to be one of their crucial, essential character traits. And those character traits can be very crucial, but can also be very fatal in such a round where maybe speed is a little bit better than that. Either way, Ross and the team majorly focusing on the side of B, and now the control is still being established. So far, only one player alive. It went all quite fast. So IWAR is the last one to be there. So IWAR running away as much as he can. He has full armor, so I personally feel like that should be saved as much as possible. He does so. We'll find no one. Did anyone get killed in the process on the apartments? Let's take a look at it quick. Because then maybe we find a gun. Nope, doesn't seem to be the case. And the poor OR taking a bit of armor damage just to find nothing. 2-0 and Recca logically back to something similar to an eco. Those 2ZZs are in the game, especially as Alar has that piece of armor onto himself. We might just see him having actually that good advantage. Because if he finds himself an entry and can actually isolate the weapon he picks, can give it to one of his teammates, for example, or use it on his own, whilst that is happening, B side is being aggressed, Recca stacking A. No chance. One night with Flusha. I would also deny that. Though he's probably actually a legit funny guy, I can imagine. Senor Vak. Shout out to Don Hachi, by the way. And the good Discord of him. Tekish just casually tapping away as Terisk. Nicely done how he just did that. So, Recca with only 4. At least IWAR to stay alive. So he doesn't have to invest $1,000 in the end to another piece of armor. And talking about it, he survives, can run away. Go into CT. Oh, he just rather was up on the ramp. He finds himself another, but then on short, another one awaits. Takish actually team killed here. Found the frag onto one of his friends. Poor Frost Misty was not able to pick up the AK he just dropped there. Oh, Asset Absolute. The lead is quite nice as usual, and that nice lead might be bringing them the opportunity to prevail right here. In a way, Recca didn't do so far. Let's converge into that one unit which is able to take control over sites fairly easy. They're leaning towards A right now. 5 men, actually. That should be a quite good announcement to the players. There's going to be the smoke execution coming in. Boehm finds one. Rousseau is taken out. Smoke allows Asterix to move through a little. The bomb is going to be planted either way. 4 deep on CT is already Barson. I'm not quite sure if anyone off the side of Recca is actually expecting that. Seems once Barcat moves through, he might find himself a frag or two. The smoke popped. Nestorisk, he's just not sure what to do. He rather rotates away. He's not part of that retake anymore. It seems like SYS and IWAR, they're gonna just do the same thing. And there they go. Saving up the guns. One found, Asterisk to the left. Finding himself a double, but that's pretty much it. The AK he can't pick up, and he even gets denied. So only 2 alive for Recca. 4-0 it is. Asset Absolute starting a good lead there. What player would you change sexuality for? No one. Not a single player. I have to be very fair and honest. How is your or war? It makes just more sense. It looks very French, or war, but I might be wrong as well. So that being said, the CT's trying to take a bit of mid control. As War does it quite well. Astra is losing one. Refrag onto Rizzo. Finds himself an AK for free. The 4-0 turns into a 4-4 situation as well. There it goes. Frostmist picking up Barca. Versus 4. Could be the first one for Recca to pick, especially as there's one towards Palace. Frostmist is going to total all the way around. Bomb needs to be planted, and they're taking their time with that. Back into CT. Already one player goes, and Frostmisty, instead of going ramp, he's going to a position where every one of his teammates are standing. Bomb being planted, 40 more seconds. And I'm a little bit confused about Frostmisty, why he just taken away the round. Done. Molotov doesn't do its job. Now it does. Pull him in the flames. 2v2. Laz has a good positioning together with his teammate. A decent crossfire they've built up there. So it gotta be 4-0, possibly turning into a 5-0. It does. Alright, War as well. Frostmisty running away from the action, saving up the guns. Not much to do about it. And so it goes, 5-0, Recca pretty much running out of chances and running out of options, running out of ideas. Not even for the X-Cut himself. No, not even for the X-Cut himself. Though I met him actually on LAN once in a while. I was back when I was stage hosting Rock Masters EMEA final. It was lovely. Such a funny guy because they were winning 2-0 and then he just... Everyone was wanted to take a picture with him. They did a group picture then. And he was like not really smiling or anything. He was just like, okay. Just like, yeah. Do a picture. I'm fine. So I said absolute.
Bomb has been planted.
Taking another one. Frostmitten, StarSeries. Okay. Oh, this could get dangerous right now. He still jumps. Once more. Takesh though. I don't really see why he's not taking aggression. As it is the case, Takesh is not going to do it, waits it out. Not quite sure why, though. Now it makes sense that finally the players are coming over. It's one from kitchen, one from short, and one from B apartment. Start to strike. One behind bench. Somehow Poem has not seen it. There Poem goes. One more to find. Poem takes down 2. And so that will bring us a pause from Recca in. And now I have the time to show you something. Ha! Now I have time. Google Maps. Alright. Google Maps. Japan. Okay, hold on. Oh no, that's too early. There you go, now it works. Switching over right here. Okay, this is Japan, right? We all agree on that. And now let's find the Singapore. Philippines, Indonesia. There's Singapore. So basically, this is the distance between them. What is the capital of Singapore? Johor? No, Johor. What's the capital of Singapore? Do they have a... Oh, I'm writing a lot of E's. Chennai, Singapore airports to Tokyo airports. Flughafen, and there's no direct flights. Why am I even trying? Either way, back to our actual in-game. After you now learned a little bit about where Japan and where Singapore actually is and how much distance is between them. Seeing the CTs falling short already with one IWAR taken out. 6-0 from Asset Absolute. And so Frost Misty, the only one with armor and a decent gun in the hands, down to 26 HP though. Takesh not quite sure if he has the awareness for it. He wants to go for the jump, then he hears it. Takesh, you need to check it again, you feel too safe. And as he does, 4 versus 4 now occurred. SYS with the ZZ, possibly finding 1 or 2. Assistance coming here from ladders. And then stairs, my bad, but either way. Frost Misty. Staying back on CT. Asterisk. There it goes with that. And so, Frost Misty with 7 HP should be taken out in a second.
Bomb has been planted.
As it happens, 7 HP, as mentioned. Through the wall, through the bit of tiny wood. He still finds the frag. 7-0, now the buy for Recca is coming in. So, Caster, do you get paid for this? Yes, I do. Is this rigged? No, it isn't. Did I just embarrass myself? Indonesia. Oh my god, they're from Indonesia, that's Singapore. Oof, my brain. I'm sorry, that was embarrassing. Fully wrong thought process. Geography, I probably get an F right now, but that's an absolute. They don't get an F for the T side, obviously. So, from behind, they all majorly force it through kitchen, whilst there's a war coming on the top. So, as he comes there through the apartments, finds one, can't connect on the second. Laz is aware, paying a lot of attention to it. Can't find a second. Roseau is picking up the first for the team. 1-7, and I want to excuse myself for this very crucial mistake. Logically, Recca is not from Singapore, they're from Indonesia. I'm sorry there. That happens. That actually shouldn't happen. As I didn't act so smart right there. It's now time for Recca to act super smart. To get that half maybe secured, or at least a few rounds, something along the lines of 6 would be perfect. As you see, the economy of them is not the strongest. In case Asset Absolute finds this round, there will be an economic reset coming in for Recca, and something you definitely don't want to see as a CT when you're so much down the drain already. And now Recca, you've got yourself your good bunch of information with Misty. That should evaluate it and weigh up the options where to go. Extremely simple. On the top, Ross stands with an AWP. Can't find himself anything for the moment. As it goes, CT is spotted. One player found. Rizzo doesn't know onto which he should shoot, and so SYS is there reacting to it. Only Takesh alive has to do it against Free, and that seems to be fairly impossible. The Molotov makes it hard for him. He finds Asterisk. And there it goes. With another frag found by Frost Misty. 2K coming in from him. Recca There it goes. And there was something. Where are you from? I'm from Germany. You had pedestrian route on, and I'm an idiot as well. I probably should have thought this through better. When we have another pause, I'm making the Indonesia to Japan route more obvious and clear. Till then, watch a possible loss of control from S5 Absolute maybe coming in. As we see, by the way, poem 15-6. So, he said wants to be aggressed. Last possibly wants to sell that as well. I'm still back in T-spawn. 1 minute left. Time is there. 9 more. As his first opponent coming up very soon towards him. First of all, the A side will be attacked. Bomb not brought up. Oh, and that will be now the view of Last, who might just see one towards ticket. Boof. Gets a jumping leg shot. Nice try. The Molo doesn't seal the deal. Problem is Frost Misty got quiet close and now on himself a good bunch of damage onto Last, who somehow needs to survive in that situation. Or else the B side is going to be attacked by only Takesh. Is Aster getting him or not is the question. If he does, he's now has been hurt. Head has been ripped off. That needs to be full throttle B side. War coming in from the underpass section. Last finds his head. And Takesh stands hella close to the kitchen. If he goes in there, he could find himself 1 or 2. He hears that gun. He waits. He waits and he waits and he waits. If he would shoulder peek, he probably would find a result either way. But they're all necessarily coming out of kitchen. He finds the first. Build up a lot of pressure. Finds himself the second. This could be another one. But either way, it is Crow finishing it. 2-7 turning into 2-8. Major investments came in the last few rounds. So Recca can invest much into it. I hear Germany has... No, I'm not reading that. Get it. No, we're not going there. There are a few things that are cool and fun to say on the internet. I think that is one of those. I mean, where you have to really take care of what you're saying. Especially though now, what you have to take care of is underpass. Takesh. It's found by Frost Misty. And as it goes, 1 and 2, the second spray is on. Control not given away. That's why as well as Asterisk with the CZ. Kind of hard to imagine they'll come anything more out of this. He comes in with the knife. I thought for a second he wanted to go out for the player who pushed Balcony, but in this situation, not much more happens. 9-2. S5 Absolute. Similar to what we had before. Your name's Peter, right? No. My actual name is Vincent. You can figure it out here. Like the painter and artist, Vincent van Gogh, which you might know. If you don't, well, I'm disappointed. Either way, first of all, A-set aggression coming in quite massive, 2 setting towards stairs. Arson, that was your shot. Not hitting it there in the end. Here I War with a nice double, could connect onto a triple, gets denied there, Takesh. Has to rely on his teammate Last, because otherwise he might be down the drain fairly easy. The spray works. An Asterisk. He finds Takesh there in the end. Last as well, together with Frost Misty. And even 9-3 is something you can then work with in case it goes 9-6. Logically, S5 Absolute wants way more from that, but it still doesn't feel like that is going to be the case. There's now Roz. He's going here to take the mid control. Once more the A focus. They don't even make a secret about it. Asset Absolute will instantly go for that side once they can. As they try, Iwar finds one. Again, instantly gets fragged there by Takish. Ross is there coming towards the stairs. He doesn't find himself a frag. Once more, the man advantage is there onto Asset Absolute with at least one very wounded player. Barca going for the aggression towards connector. Doesn't find himself Asterisk. And so the plan is going to happen either way. Pro is moving towards CT. Last just chills. This could go up the ramp anytime. Doesn't find him. Gets a little bit tricky right now. Asterisk. In the end, though, found here by the Opper. The CTs, they barely have any dollars back in their bank accounts. Makes it all look so bad for them. As 3-10, it's not really a great, well, scoreline. And besides that, it feels very uncomfortable to have such a situation. Did you cut your ears off already? Nice one. Like that. Good one. Good one. I get the meme, I get the joke. Friendly neighborhood caster. My neighborhood is quite friendly. I can park my car outside open and probably wouldn't get stolen. And no, not Vincent Schopenhauer, but also legit explanation of where the name, probably the French say Vincent or something like that. I don't know. I don't speak French. Either way, Recca not really looking too brilliant. They got the P250s there to get some close range damage done, but doesn't feel like there's much more going to happen. As it goes, Barca finds himself Ross Misty. That spray was all over the place, but did work out in the end. With Yokohama Forest taken there out with the USPS still. It should be Asset Absolute not having too much of a problem of finding this round. The bomb should be planted in a second. Iwar though has a kit. There's Rousseau finding Takish. Scary sometimes, isn't it? How those pistols somehow having very lethal function on the opponents. There it though goes. Frack onto Rousseau, and I think at this point in time, following round won't look economically much better here for Recca. Keep that AK alive, they do, thankfully. 3-10 turns into 3-11. Asset Absolute on the right track. Maybe you can do Zedekist's old job. I actually have the same car as Zedekist, just in a different motorization. One level under, 330 Li, while he drives an M3, and M3 is definitely a top-notch car, would buy any time. Especially the M3 CSL. Beautiful, just gorgeous car, but with that being said, Asset Absolute, they're running on high torque, high RPM, and high speed, as right now could just get themselves a 12-free health, and just hopefully for themselves they don't repeat what they have done back there on Cash, where it got extremely tight. First of all, a CT pushing a ram, not gonna find himself anything for the moment. Interestingly enough, if he turns around a little further, then you might just see there's a bomb around the corner. Barca It's closer and closer. And we're not making a move yet. As it goes, Ross takes an advantage, finds himself one, gets instantly taken out. Short player comes in at the right time. Back to a 3 versus 2. We are down to a 2v2 in the end. The bomb's going to be planted. SYS is moving through. He still has fairly good HP, but then found by Crow. Only one man alive. He has a FAMAS, a kit, a smoke. Decent equipment that might be just thrown away. Nope, actually it is not. Japanese player finding the player on the opponent's side in the end. So Asterisk goes for the jump, he goes for the AK. Does he find Barca or not is the question. The Molo is coming in. There it goes. He finds himself that, but did he Molo the bomb? He did. No! Asterisk 1Gs himself whilst defusing. Oh, I can't believe what I'm seeing here. This would have been Recca picking up the 4th one for themselves. And the Indonesian lads. Oh no. It's like a kid falling down the stairs and suddenly when he stands up, falls down again. Asset Absolute gaining a 12th round. Not really deserved. But Recca holding themselves up. I don't know what to say about this anymore. I really don't know. I mean, mistakes happen. But that CT half of Recca was a quite big mistake. And now, the Indonesians. So, it's got to be a little bit like stealing a lollipop from a child at the moment for SC Absolute, as they're somehow having a fairly easy game. There's 50 seconds left on the clock. Seems like Kakesh might have an easy game for himself. If there wouldn't be one coming short and no one checking that, he wouldn't have been that lost. But in the end, nice shot coming in from Laz. Kit and a smoke he carries around. With that happening, shouldn't be too much of a problem for SC Absolute to then get for the retake. Can they just do it in the end is the better question, because it might get a little bit problematic with Frostbitty. Frost Misty staying there behind the smoke. Once it fades, it gets problematic. He hears both. He finds both as they're lining up. Laz has a kit and a smoke, but barely any options left. Recca with 4-12. And so 12-4 with Recca working as hard as they can, while Asset Absolute seems to make some cartwheels here. Pistols on a Japanese site, forcing that through, and let's see how much they can actually do with that. Do you know that one meme where there's one guy sitting in a chair, he's being shot, and the guy who shot him said, you know, how did that just happen? That is pretty much the fuse that happened there in round number 15. Following the thing for himself, how did that just happen? Though he wasn't complaining, of course. I can't imagine he was actually accepting a mistake there for himself. A side now officially clear, wrong kind of direction Asset Absolute is going. So the bomb goes down. Recca, with already one player down, will have a good opportunity to find this one. Shouldn't be too hard, as the initial situation with this bomb plant is favorable for Recca. And as they try it, the nade goes deep and hits them quite well. They have no kit on themselves, so if they want to really retake this, they should do it ASAP. But rather, they keep all the guns, keep all their armor, an AK in the hand of Takesh. There it goes. One, maybe a second. No, the spray's not on point, and no AK is being saved. And so our 3-12 turns into a 5-12. Recca possibly coming back into this. I can't tell you yet. It's always, you know, you should keep the dream alive. That's my attitude towards it. Whatever happens, keep it alive. And so as it goes, Eco from S at Absolute probably doesn't deliver them too much. We're going to see a 6-12 halftime. Excuse me, halftime, 6-10-12 score coming up in a second. 6-12 score is then the point where the buy is going to come in, and that buy needs to work massively. Funny thing about all of this is though, Barca coming in back from the T-spawn with his teammates, like James Spawn sneaking up, calling M in a second, if he has the right to kill. M, you cool? Can we kill a guy from Indonesia? Frost Misty. He has to be found ASAP. There, the steps working. No, Barca! This was you following him the entire time! And then you don't do it in the end. What a sad ending for that very long, sneaky walk of his. And there it goes. S5 taking the final frag. 6-12. The CTs right now getting themselves that buy they're looking for. And that's where we're having it. AWP and M4 times 4. That's how this goes. Only one frag found so far from the Japanese side. Barca, oh, holding himself in the corner. It's kind of obvious. Why does he jump? 1 HP though onto Asterix. And there he finds him through the box. 3 versus 3. The Molo forces him back. All of the players staying there in CT. They have a smoke and a kit onto Takesh. All they basically need is to pop both. There's a bomb. You know, smoke off. He does so. Now they need to just take care of him. Oh no, there's the bomb to find. Takesh! The bomb! There he goes! He found now the defuse, but that should be Takesh not surviving. How late he goes for that. And so Recca with 7-12, making the difference between both teams smaller and smaller and smaller, coming closer to S at Absolute. And similar like we had it on Cash, but not 100%, is the way it was on the T side. 15-2, S at Absolute was leading, and everyone thought that was fairly fine, fairly easy. But in the end, they nearly came back Asset Absolute finish it fairly late with 16-11. Do we have the same coming in here over or not? Do Barca and his team arrange a victory or not? As it goes. Takesh jumping up, sees one. So far, 1 minute left. A site taken. The only one to probably safe, and that would make sense. That would be our man right here, Poem.
Bomb has been planted.
Finds himself one. Asterik taken out for the moment. Frags found. 3 more to go. But that is a point in time where picks up the M4 and should run away. He does casually do so. Franks. No, I'm killing you. My ward taken out. On the stairs, 1. He can connect onto him as well. He has 1 HP. And the bomb is planted for him. Frost Misty has to peek. He takes him out though. Fast enough he is, reacting in time. With a kit and a smoke, this could have been way more dangerous. But Asset Absolute can't close it out in round number 20. 21 coming in. And so the buy for the Japanese side is existent once more. As Recca stacking up the bills, and especially having a Frost Misty on 26-10. That scoreboard pretty much talks about it. What color? Definitely black. What else? There was something different. This meme from the Eric Andre show. Yeah, that is a legitimate good meme, but I mean, it's already a few rounds back when I said it, so no one remembers anyway. Poem on the side of SC carrying. Frost Misty on the other. And when we talk about Frost Misty now taken out, Ross finds himself Poem though. So, Warren Cole possibly finding themselves a little bit more than that. I personally feel they could do the comeback here as Ross comes in from the site and flanks perfectly. The A site has only 1 remaining up, and Lass is whipping the shot onto the first. Another one coming in, can't go for the second. It seems like that will be not Asset Absolute. Taking that back. Fine in the round. Ross needs to bring this thing down. Yokohama now comes in from jungle. Runs away. Goes down ramp. Best positioning he can get himself at that moment. There's some smoke at least into Yokohama, and this is Takesh. Finding not the frag, letting his teammate do it, but going for the defuse. 13-8. Recca's money is still 100% fine. So as it is 13-8, Asset Absolute. They're 3 rounds away from success. If they continue like this, should be very well able to get that deal sealed, done, over, and making it work. Ross finds himself Poem, crucial player, taking off the Asset Absolute site. So, they're taking their time, not too aggressive. The problem that I just see occurring right here over and over is that when this goes back and forth, you'll have a little bit of a problem. With all this happening, 40 seconds left. I said absolute. I have only one player towards CT. The rest of the lads focusing on the B side, but the bomb is going somewhere totally else where the focus of Asset is. That will bring us Barca out. Laz as Takesh, they're going to save that one. Recca come to number 9. And as I just remember, you know, we have to go back to this. It was on cash, if you just freshly joined us, a 15-2 for Asset Absolute. A 15-2 sounds like a promising victory coming in very soon and very early, but it ended 16-11. So no, I don't feel this is going to be a safe end. And do I cast Dota matches? No, I have never played a single hour of Dota. I have never heard of anyone asking if I should really cast Dota, because I have no knowledge, zero, about the game. So rather not. Not my type of thing. Either way, the CT-sided map for SC Absolute not working out too well. They're giving themselves the guns they can use in that one: MP9, UMP, ZZ, and that one crucial AWP onto Laz. And Asset Absolute go finally for number 14. Will Barcy be able to deny a few here? Or will he be lost in the action? Recca goes for the flashbangs. Barca. But the thing is, if you don't go into smoke, you find yourself in a little bit of a tricky situation that once one looks to your back, you might be caught out. And that is just what happened here with Barca. Poem getting the frag onto Iwar, who goes a little too aggressive. The bomb is still not being planted, and 2 men are only live for Recca. As Asterix as well as Frost Misty are a great duo to clutch this one out in their favor. The question is, how will Asset Absolute know to deny this? Laz checks every single corner tower to connect. Will first of all find himself a smoke though in front of his eyes. Poem hears it. Poem gets closer and closer, but they'd rather go for the retake. They got themselves Crow coming in from behind. And that is now denial. Frost Misty finds the lurker, and so that will be a little bit tougher and tougher, because that retake, it can be fortified with a smoke wall as well as a Molotov to block off one position. There's not too much time left, but this is so intelligent for Frost Misty. He takes the easiest spot to kill the diffuser, but Asterisk can do it on his own. There's a little bit off the back showing the smoke not even laid perfectly there, and so Recca reaches those double digits. So as we have it, 10-13. Recca going in the right direction to do more after this, it seems. Yeah. That's buy is logically not even a buy, so Last just peeking around, finding himself one. And there, Laz. I'll want to take out Recca, just 2 rounds away from tie. Two more rounds, dear Recca. Then you got yourself a tie secured. 3 more for Asset Absolute. secure the victory. And once more, they're in a bye situation. This round is extremely crucial. Though they have a decent losing bonus up and running for them, they are down to pretty much 0 on every single individual. It means that if Recca finds this round, they're economically reset. And with that reset, this allows the Indonesian side a good bunch of momentum to gain. A few important rounds to find. Iwar standing there in chair in middle, no one coming in from short towards him. Or sit on the wood. The Poem directly aiming for the top. Molotov, that logically forces him out right there. And Super SYS getting himself the first. The flashbang makes one of the players push away, and Poem in that situation can't find himself the frag. 6 and 7 HP are nice to find during a spray down. But the instant duels, I'm not quite sure if they're going to work out in the end of the day.
Bomb has been planted.
Getting himself the first. Ross could be found easily. Now it needs to be down to Takesh and the rest of the team to somehow get themselves on the site, but I think that will be impossible as Recca maintain, hold, and fortify that A site. But Iwar lurking around, flanking. That goes 12 to 13. Luckily for the Japanese lads, there's no hunt coming in from Recca. And as there is no hunt, 12-13. And so that 12-13. Let's see how that will bring us further right now, as SC Absolute carries around that 1 AWP save from the previous one. And the rest down to the pistols without armor. So Laz needs to do a major job right now for the Japanese side. The question is, will he be able to do so? As his initial situation starts off good with Molotov being extinguished, him exposing himself. I'm having a good angle right now, though, when it comes down to middle. But Takesh, he falls on the B site. Means that we got ourselves an open position where Iwar and Co will just run on, get that bomb down, make it work. And Laz should probably consider to stay as deaf as possible with his AWP. He exactly does that. And the 5.7 as well as the P250. They can at least try to find something, but I guess that will not be the case. As Poem sees one, thinks Ross, even takes him out. At least that has been found. As he's now known, the Molotov probably wouldn't even hit him, and he could have actually just turned back a little, but he took the aggression. Nothing to lose. There it will be Crow. Seeing the players coming at him. And taking a too far approach. Frost Misty hunts him down. Oh no. No! And the AWP not lost. Luckily enough, he can keep it in his hands. 13-13. We started off 12-3. And this 12-3, I mean, that's just painful to watch right here for Acid Absolute, as it could have been easily theirs at that point in time. Recca has gained a lot of momentum as well as confidence. They saw that those comebacks are possible. They nearly did it there back on Cash. And as we're seeing it right now, Acid Absolute, the double up setup, do a bit of damage there already onto Frost Misty as Takesh one shot down. And one of them finds Barsa, and that is Poem getting a very crucial double, still 3 versus 3. As on the other side, Takesh is taken out. The control towards B wants to be taken by Recca, as the entire unit is making the move on the site. It is finding himself one, but Astor is reacting properly. Both players are not so high on HP, but they're only fighting against an Opper who just needs to do it in one shot anyway. 45-second bomb goes down. Last has no kit.
Bomb has been planted.
For the window, he silently goes. And he clutched his out on his own with just an AWP. He finds the first shot. Not even sure if he actually left-clicked that one. But Asterisk, he gets that one in the end as it looked too dangerous. He was taking a few seconds, and if Last would have done a flick there with an O-scope, he possibly could have got him. But that is not the case. Asset Absolute have only one player with a very decent economy. And Recca seems to run away with this. 2-13 to 14-13. Pretty much a final buy, though the losing bonus is massive onto SF Absolute. I'm not quite sure if they'll come out with the best one in the following. I think I'd be quite mad as a Japanese player right here to lose this kind of map. It is so unfortunate to see so many opportunities. The CT side on Mirage is averagely hard, as though Recca put up some good executions and great individual plays. But if that will be the 15-13, that is going to be once more what we gotta ask ourselves. Followed blocks SYS for the moment. 3 players staying on the A site. A flashbang from Takesh. Partial success, the bomb in his hands. Another one to come in. A double Takesh gets. Picks out the pistol. And he finds himself a triple! What is that Japanese magician doing here with just the $1,250 guns? He secures number 14 for SE Absolute. As not only he picks himself up 1, 2, or 3, it could be possibly the 4th or at least a bomb in his favor. Takesh, the man of round number 28. Unbelievable. As you could have thought that would never ever happen. Do you ever stream CS? I do sometimes. Well, when you type !cast, you'll find my Twitter, and on my Twitter, I update you about pretty much everything. A good bunch of live things, a good bunch of casting things, a good bunch of gaming things. And right now, that 14-14 needs to be Asset Absolute to be forearmed. Both sides have enough economy, a good run economy, to get to round number 30 there with a decent bunch of guns as well. Recca needs a mastermind to weigh up the options. Which way to go, when and why, what worked the best, and how do we aggress Asset Absolute so they fall down in the end. Roz. And if you connector. Just a second, the smoke will fade, then he might have the option to do so. And as the time ticks away, 60 more seconds, where Recca has to find the way to get themselves what they're looking for. Takesh with his aggression works out fine. Asset Absolute running for us as well, and this is just insane how it suddenly works out, as something has changed in the brain of Asset Absolute. IWAR taken out, 2 more to find. Last with possibly another shot, he secures himself the second, and even the third. Right now the op is back in the game. Asset Absolute, 15-14. You just gotta be kidding me right now that it even goes so far. You gotta be kidding me right now that this is Recca making such a comeback and right now not even finding the victory during regular playtime. Last finds himself IWAR there. This can't be happening. Absolute two-man advantage, and that just in 20 seconds. It's incredible what we're seeing right now, and it could be possible that the Japanese players are taking down the opponents on both maps. The comebacks of Recca were just astonishing. They were just incredible. So, that is not happening. It is just not happening. This is going to be Asterix and Ross probably not picking up the round number 30 in their favor. And what a sad story. It's been a while since I've seen such an exciting match. Takesh, though, taken out. 50 more seconds. The rotation from the Japanese side directly back over onto B, as Kitchen now needs to be taken. And there, and the Crow, here's the first one stepping out, can take Asterix. Is the AWP able to do anything more? Ross onto not the second. 16-14. 2 maps, 1 from Acid Absolute. Astonishing plays we got ourselves here. I don't know what honestly happened. I have not the slightest bit of a clue. But at round number 28, it somehow turned around. Acid Absolute gained control and fought the way back after a 12-3 half. 12-3, you have to think of it was. And Acid Absolute were, you know, looking brilliant, finding themselves an easy victory. Same as we had on Cash, where they were, after in total 17 rounds, 15-2. Recca made that comeback nearly work. It's been a while since I've had such an exciting and exhausting match at the same time. It was a pleasure, though, casting it, and I hope you enjoyed it as well. My name is Sesh. We're going to see each other in the future over here at Starletta with various matches, and if you did enjoy, you find the social links at the ! caster comment. That should work out. Till then, we're going to see each other next time for StarSeries Asia, Europe, CIS qualifier. We're going to figure it out either way. Until then, have a nice day, have a nice time, and bye-bye.
LootBet, online esports betting. Dota, CSGO, Overwatch, Hearthstone, and many more. Bet on tournament matches or in-game events while viewing them live. Deposit using money, bitcoins, or even skins. Join LootBet now. Use the code you see here when you deposit and grab your bonus.